Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. As you guys can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we will be doing an advanced movement guide for Bloodhunt today. I know a lot of people have already done this, but there are some things that have kind of evolved, like the double jump and wall bouncing and everything like that, and like bouncing back and forth to walls to get height without fully climbing. That way you get up faster, stuff like that a lot of other people haven't really talked about all that much in their videos. So I thought I'd make an advanced movement guide just to kind of update the movement that's kind of progressed and gotten more advanced compared to what it was a couple of weeks ago. But before we do hop into the movement guide, I do want to let you guys know that we do stream every single day, Monday through Friday on Twitch at 7 p.m. CST. It should be up on screen right now. It'll be one of the first links down in the description in every single one of the videos. We are super close to 550 followers, so any kind of support over there, whether it be dropping a follow or just coming and viewing the stream, every bit of it would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget, you can become a channel member if you guys want to. It's just like subbing over on Twitch. It's $5.99 a month. You get member badges for when you type in the comments. You also get specific emotes or emojis that you can use down there as well. So if you guys want to throw some extra support towards the channel, you guys are more than welcome to. But I am super curious as to see what kind of archetypes you guys have been running, so let me know down in the comments which one's your favorite. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this movement guide. So as you guys can see, I'm in the tutorial right now. This is basically just where you can go to kind of practice movement, anything like that. I highly recommend for new players to go in here as frequent as you can to just kind of get more familiar with the movement and things of that nature. But the first thing we are going to be looking at is wall bouncing. Now, this is very useful when you're in fights because you can wall bounce around and it makes you a harder target to hit. Yes, it will make it where you have to have better accuracy, but as long as you have decent accuracy, it's going to make it where the other player is having a more difficult time to hit you. This is basically what it looks like. That right there is a wall bounce. You can actually combo these. If I come over here to this little narrow place right here, you can actually combo these and get higher. So like if I was to do this, and then I'm already up here, and it didn't take me as long to get up here as it would if, let's say, I just went right here and climbed. See how long this is taking? So being able to wall bounce and combo those wall bounces into being able to get your height makes for very, very easy pushes. Now, the next thing that I do want to show you guys is something called a double jump. Now, if I was to just slide and jump across, yes, I'll land right about here with even with this little chimney right here, right? So let's say I go back over here and then I double jump into it, which all you do to double jump is you slide, jump, and melee at the same exact time. So like this. Look how much farther I just got. This helps a lot when you're trying to cover a greater distance. Let's say I was trying to get all the way over there. If I was to just regularly slide jump on this, I would land about right there and I would slide off this tree, right? So let's say I add the double jump into it. I'm already all the way over here and I'm already climbed up. I covered this entire distance with a double jump. The reason I showed you guys both of these right side by side is because you can actually combo a double jump into a wall bounce. So the way I like to combo this is, let's say I'm sitting here fighting a team, they're over there and they start to push my way. I can turn around, slide jump into this, and then wall bounce back this way, and it might throw them off because, like, let's say they end up right here, they're not going to fully see me come back. Or if they had a short jump to here, they're going to be climbing. They think that I ran, and I'm going to be right down here waiting to shoot them while they're climbing. Letting you guys know that this is the place to go to practice your movement and get comfortable with it. That way you can actually use it in game. Because the more that you use it here, the more comfortable you'll be, and the more that you can actually use it against players and outplay people. As you guys can see, I picked up a gun because the next thing that I'm going to show you kind of revolves around mainly gunfights. It is movement based, but it is something that you're going to use in gunfights. So with this, basically a lot of people will just try to run away and they'll slide and then slide jump and everything like that. But one thing that you can do to kind of fake your enemies out, instead of just trying to run, what you can do to kind of get them off of you is jump, slide, and then go into your slide. And while you're sliding, you can actually turn around and shoot. Now this works more so with fully auto weapons because you can just slide and hold down your trigger and shoot behind you at the same time. One thing that does suck with this is that if you guys pay attention right there, when I'm sliding and I start shooting, it actually does kill my momentum. So you want to try to have, like, I'm playing brute right now. This is what it gives you when you go in the tutorial. One thing that you do want to try to have is your Q, especially with like brute or basically any character, because they either go invisible, or they can jump away, or they can teleport away, or they can go invincible. So you want to make sure that you have your Q or something like that when you're trying to do this, because it does kill your momentum. So at that point, you can kind of slide, jump, do this right here, and then maybe jump away, kind of get them off of you a little bit. That way maybe you can go and like res your teammates or whatever you need to do. Another kind of movement tip that I could tell you to use for Vandal and Brute, which are the people that have like the super leap, you can chain your Q to a wall bounce if you wanted to. It's not like a full-blown wall bounce, but you can kind of chain it into it a little bit, kind of like that. This can help in certain instances, especially if you're trying to push a team and they start shooting you. You can maybe wall bounce away and then slide to cover. Let's say I wall bounced off that and then landed right here on this little slope. I could easily slide away and then jump back here and maybe slide back down to here and then maybe get some time to heal. But the majority of these movement tips are going to be very situational when it comes to in-game, because not everybody is going to play the same. So that's why I keep reiterating the fact that you need to be comfortable with how to do these movements, because if you're not, you're going to try to use a specific movement that wouldn't really work in the situation that you're in, and it could end up getting you killed rather than helping you. Now, as you guys can see right here, I've got the Scourge Blades. This is the ability that you get with the Scourge Blades. It kind of sends you forward. It's called the slash attack, I'm pretty sure. But basically, you can chain this with a wall bounce, or you can chain it with a double jump, or both. You could double jump into a wall bounce and then use your slash, and you would get even farther, and it could potentially save your life in an instance where somebody's shooting you from down below, and the only way that you can get to safety is if you make it up high enough and then slash over to a rooftop. Now, the way that I would use this is I would go like this, double jump into that, wall bounce up to here, and then maybe do that, and then I would have enough time to climb. And it would make it where I'm not as open for an extended period of time. Fairly advanced movement, because not a lot of people use this kind of movement, mainly because you're never really in a situation where it could potentially help you. But when you are, if you know how to do this and you're comfortable with it because you've been in the tutorial mode practicing, you'll be able to do it, and you might end up impressing some of your friends. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope this kind of helped you guys and let you guys know where to go to practice your movement, and certain different movement tips that you could potentially use in gunfights when you're comfortable with them. Like I said earlier, I highly recommend for new players and even people that are struggling with movement to definitely go into the tutorial and practice your movement, because overall movement in this game is what's going to win you gunfights. But before we do hop out of here, I do want to mention my Twitch one more time. Like I said earlier, we're live every single day, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. CST, and we're super close to 550 followers. So any kind of support would be greatly appreciated, whether that be a follow or just coming and viewing the stream and chatting with us. Also, let me know down in the comments what kind of Bloodhunt videos you want me to make. Here recently, I've just been making kind of like a tutorial video here and there, and then a high kill gameplay here and there as well, just kind of mixing them in together. But whichever one you guys want to see more of, or if there's something new that you guys want to see me do, just let me know down in the comments. But I won't keep you guys for too long. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you guys on Saturday. Peace.